What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Big George Foreman. George Foreman says that 54-year-old Mike Tyson's comeback against Roy Jones Jr. is a really dangerous fight for both men, okay? And he goes more into detail. He says that there's a time when you have to worry about your health. He says, I hope one does not hit the other. Okay, that's going to be impossible. Foreman, a two-time world champion, says it's really dangerous, but when you make up your mind to do something like that, you can't tell them don't do it. They're not going to hear that. George Foreman has argued Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. to cancel their return to the ring out of fear for each other's safety. Of course, Tyson, now 54, and Jones, 51, announced on Thursday that they would have a scheduled 8-round match for September 12th. Tyson most recently set foot inside the ring stepped out of the ring 15 years ago when he quit midway through his fight against Kevin McBride, while Jones continued to fight regularly until his retirement in 2018. And he says, George Foreman, of course, says, hey, it's a dangerous thing for both guys. It's at a certain point in your life, you have to start paying attention to your health. Now, me counterpunching. I do believe that's true. Because at certain times, in certain things, at certain times of your life, you have to be more aware. Bernard Hopkins talked about this, okay? More to know when to get out of the sport, when to call it quits, when to say no. You have to be able to discern that, to have that wisdom, you know, to have that discerning factor like, look, I need to get out of this sport. This is dangerous. This is not for me anymore. But George Foreman's also right, and he also understands when someone makes their mind up, you can't stop them. These are two grown-ass men that can fight very well. Now, how dangerous is it really? 8 rounds, that is a lot more dangerous because that's more time, which is more opportunity for someone to get hurt, for someone to get hit and hurt. And if anything, for both men, I would be more concerned with Roy, because Roy has taken shots and have been knocked out cold, okay? Tyson has been knocked out. He's been stopped, okay? Not necessarily knocked out cold. I've never seen Tyson just black out, like Pacquiao knockout. I never seen that. But I would be more concerned with Roy. I've seen that with Roy in his case. Now, when we're dealing with the actual fight, it's in California, so I think what will make George Foreman feel a lot better is they're wearing headgear, okay? But at any time, you're in the ring with someone, you're putting your life, your health, your livelihood of the rest of your life at risk. So it is true, regardless of the headgear, but it does make it better, because at least you know they're using some type of protection for these guys, okay? So hopefully you won't see a knockout like that. But then here's the weird thing about boxing. It would be best that someone did knock each other out, because then it would be something deciding, okay? So I'm with George Foreman. I think it is dangerous, but then again, these are two grown men. They're wearing protection. But I think they're going in there to knock each other out, honestly. So, here's the good thing. If Tyson goes in there and dispatches Roy and knocks him out quick, it won't be that bad versus many blows, one after the other. That's a totally different thing. And a lot of times, boxers like Adonis Stevenson, he didn't get hurt with one shot. He got hurt from the accumulation of these punches. So if we're going to want anything or hope for anything, let's hope for an early knockout. One way or the other. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think about George Foreman's statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.